Okay, so now you have picked your plan, you set up your catalog, and this is the next steps. All right, so you're going to open Lightroom, and we're going to kind of go over what all of this is. Lightroom, like Adobe, gives you a lot of options to do the same thing. So you will see that when you have clicked some of these categories, there's library, which is basically all your photos and how it's categorized. Developed is where you edit. Map, it'll show you a map of where you've done your photos. I honestly don't ever use this. Book, it's so you can make a book. I don't use this. Slideshow, see, it's like prompted me because I don't ever use this. Okay, here we go. Slideshow, print, and then web. I don't use anything. The only thing that I'm going to go over is library and develop. And you can see that when I'm in develop, you'll see the editing tools over here, and we'll go over all that. But you see that there is options up here, and it's going to look different than your library. So you see your library has different options because you have different things going on. So library is how you start to, this is how you get your photos into Lightroom and you manage your photos and all that stuff. And we'll go into more detail here. Everything is pretty, it's pretty flexible on how you see things. You can kind of drag, you can kind of make things bigger and smaller as you go. This too, it's it's very flexible with how you want it to look. You can even right click and change the background color to whatever you want, depending on what you want to do. Right here, this will give you like a grid, like you can see your photos in more of a grid. Then this will be individual photos. And if you click on your right and left arrow, you can go through your photos and you can see your photos. These are for culling. We'll go over that. I'll go over my system for that. This over here, let me see if I can move this. So this is your catalog, which you don't really have to do anything with there. Your folders, it will show that here's my Mac. I have multiple hard drives for different things. My Alaska one is just my Alaska Aurora. This is called my travel one. This is basically all my photography when I'm around the house or traveling. Then I have the family photos, and then I have the backup of the family photos, and then I have the travel backup photos. I thought I know I have an Alaska backup, but I guess I never attached it to this. But we'll go over that too. Always back up your stuff. But really, the only thing you're going to need to know is to know or to be able to understand is this folder thing. You don't have to worry about collections. You don't have to worry about this. You can technically post from here on straight to Facebook. I don't because I'm very specific with how I post and stuff. So don't use that. This thing right here is in the way. And right here is how you would import and export a photo, which we're going to go over in the next video. But just to kind of let you know what this looks like, there's a lot going on. And you can customize these sections. So this is like if you want to pick it, if you want to reject it. I do it a little bit differently. I never use this as portrait. I don't use this either. Actually, don't ever use this. This is kind of cool because if you want to compare one photo to another, like this is my raw photo, and then if I'm editing this photo, then it's kind of cool to be able to see like what the before and after is. But this is that's only in development that you can see the before and after. This is just comparing two photos. And you might actually use this so you can say, well, which one looks like it's like more pinpoint? You know, which one has better color? This is kind of the reason you would use this. But honestly, I don't do this in library. I would go straight to develop and I would do that. And then here is where the before and after would be here. And you could kind of play with some of these settings. To be honest, when you first download Lightroom, I don't know if your stuff's going to look exactly like this and set up like this, but if you see something that isn't showing up on your Lightroom and stuff, just make a note and then I can go over that stuff with you when we're in person. But yeah, there's a lot of different options here. So it would be good once you get the photos in to maybe do some test photos and just kind of like just play around in here and spend before you photo Alaska, spend some time in these in Lightroom because when I'm going over stuff, I don't intend to go over how to import photos because I'm doing this video, so you know how. Because my intention when we're in Alaska is to show you, you know, I can help you with the organization part too, but like mostly to show you the development because the development, there's a lot going on here, and I don't want to spend a lot of time going over how to import and taking away time from development and practicing. So, all right.